Welcome, everyone, to our broadcast. This is 2K Sports bringing you tonight's game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. Johnson with it. Out defended by Randall. Here's Cunningham. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, I like Cunningham in the paint the most. His outside shot is still developing, so his focus should be on scoring inside.
Booker looking around. Cunningham inside. Randall with some nice D.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play. And I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
Now here's Booker, following the miss by Cade Cunningham.
And the confidence this kid has in his shot is something else. Booker isn't afraid to let it fly.
Picked by Randall. Cunningham outside, inside, and then Randall screws it in.
Don't even try to defend that. What a move, Julius Randle.
On the wing, Booker. Pass to Bosch. Over Kaman. On the money from 12 feet away.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
That one good for two.
Assertive drive by Cunningham. Just took off and never looked back.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Yes, that goes in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
It's Cunningham with the drive. Pass to Thompson. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Three-pointer. Virginia Beach pulls it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And then Bosch with the dunk.
And being that Bosch is 6'11", dunking comes easy. And once he's this close to the basket, he's ready to attack.
Now, here's Johnson. Knocked loose. Bosch with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Williamson. Randall with the block.
Well, you got to love the energy Randall showed on defense there. He deserved to come away with a block.
Virginia Beach shooting their first free throws of this game. He's perfect from the line this time. Fort Worth trails by 6. Randall surveying the D. The three. Good on the triple. Randall's got 5 now.
Well, every season Randall works on his range because he understands the importance of stretching the floor at his position.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Randall. He has 5. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Nice aggressive move by Sabonis to get to the line. He's not going to be intimidated by tight defense.
And he makes both free throws.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Mitchell. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's Virginia Beach up by 3. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Virginia Beach is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Just 3 to shoot. Fort Worth needs to get off a shot. Bosch can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Millsap. Good. Millsap's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Virginia Beach.
And a gifted interior scorer. Millsap just plays within himself and understands when to take the shot.
Smith outside. With the drive. Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Well, look, Sabonis has the footwork to get himself in position to finish right at the cup.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Bosch, the screen. Smith outside. Just 5 on the clock. There's Sabonis. Again, Fort Worth.
That mid-range shot is so important for Sabonis. Keeps the defense honest, forces them to leave the paint.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fort Worth on D. They trail by 3. Here's Millsap. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Thompson with the bucket.
Shooting while in rhythm. You like to see that aggressive approach.
Cunningham looking it over. Millsap with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And Johnson with the stuff.
It is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Cunningham. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on.
Shots good by Bosch.
Oh, nice vision by Cunningham. Pretty much a 6'6" point guard. Cade is a really good passer.
Johnson can't hit.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bosch can't hit. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Fort Worth. It's a 3-point game. Back to Bosch. The shot's good.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Virginia Beach leads by just 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Fort Worth.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Randall with the bucket.
Look, for this offense, Randall being an effective catch-and-shoot option is crucial.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball, trailing by 2. Here's Johnson. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
All right, we know Johnson favors these close-in looks. He likes a sure thing.
From downtown, Randall no good. Here's Bosch, and taken away by Johnson. And now Fort Worth on the break. Here's Randall. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It goes on Devin Booker. Fort Worth getting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Well, you look at Julius Randle, his stats over his career. He's a forward who chips in different ways. An excellent passer for his size.
Back to Cunningham. Here's Johnson. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. He lays it in. Johnson's got 12 points in the game.
Flexing some muscle on that bucket. Johnson doesn't mind getting physical.
Johnson for 3. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. Pass to Johnson. For 3. Booker. It's hauled in by Fort Worth.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Plastered to the shooter.
3rd team foul.
Fort Worth shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So both teams making some changes here. And that one misses.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
And using that 7-foot frame, Kamen finds himself at the line a lot.
Here's Pritchard. And Cunningham with the block.
I just love his attitude on D. That block shows he isn't giving up anything easy.
For Fort Worth, with only one missed free throw, they've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. No good on that one.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
51 seconds left in the third. To the paint. Stolen by Durant. Cunningham with it. Picked up by Thompson. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
Tonight has been all about Julius Randle. He is scoring at will. They should keep going to him.
To the middle. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
To the inside. Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
That's a 2 from Smith. No good from the wing. The shot, no good. And it's Fort Worth with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Virginia Beach trails by 6. Cunningham with it. And Bosch picks him up defensively. Randall. Chris Bosch with the rebound. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. Outside Curry. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. On defense, Virginia Beach. Smith surveying the D. Outside for Randall. And Curry has it in the corner. Steph, perfection from the arc.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
On the wing, Thompson. Back to Curry. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Thompson outside. The long shot, no good. Virginia Beach trails by 6. Cunningham. Rebounded by Randall. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Here's Johnson. The putback. Oh, sticks the putback.
Well, when Randall is playing with that kind of energy, he's tough to keep off the glass.
Here's Johnson. Oh, the slam dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Now Johnson. Now Randall.
Well, this is what you love about Johnson. The all-around ability, that time running pick and roll and making the right decision.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Randall outside. Johnson fires. Johnson rips down the board. .130 left in the fourth quarter. Fort Worth leading by 6. Thompson. Clay gets off the break well.
And this is Thompson's calling card. An exceptional shooter from downtown.
A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
Using that momentum on the drive to great effect. Now that's a dunk.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Thompson. No good from 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And that's just good court awareness by Bosch, finding the open man for the easy one.
Thompson outside. Now Randall. And get the 3.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
The former #1 pick, Cunningham, has dealt with some injuries, but when he's healthy, he's always a factor. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 4-point ball game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch free throws.
Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. They're trailing by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Booker outside. It's good. So Fort Worth wins it. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that's gonna do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.